What's up, everybody? I thought I would give a brief update. I am in the ER because I should be about 6 weeks and 5 days pregnant. I got pregnant 2 weeks or conceived 2 weeks after my last miscarriage. And this morning I started bleeding. I came in and got all hooked up. They did a transvaginal ultrasound this morning, and they noticed that I have a sac that is bleeding, the fetal pole that's measuring 5 weeks, 5 days. The ultrasound technician was really honest the whole time. They did not find a heartbeat yet. It is possible that the baby stopped developing at 5 weeks, 5 days, or that my implantation was a little bit later than what I calculated according to my miscarriage and, you know, when I considered that my last period. There really was only 1 day that conception would have happened, and I also had positive ovulation tests 3 days later, so I guess it's possible that that sac could still be viable. However, I'm not optimistic at the moment. Yeah, I probably would have just waited this out and, you know, not came in for answers, but I think I would have just drove myself crazy, especially because I've already had an one miscarriage this year. So just want to know what's going on with my body. There is a polyp in my uterus, and there is a corpus luteum cyst on my right ovary. So two things that are not concerning at the moment. But the area where there's blood and the fetal sac that's only 5 weeks, 5 days, those are of concern. So waiting on blood test results right now, and the results from the radiologist reading the scan. So we shall see, and I will update you guys with what's going on. So the last place I ever want to go is the ER. I needed peace of mind, and after I called all the resources that I had, that's where I ended up to get checked out, and they did check my blood HCG levels. And according to their ultrasound, the fetal sac that they did find with a fetal pole was measuring 5 weeks, 6 days was the final measurement. I had my pregnancy closer to 7 weeks. I had 6 weeks, 5 days was the gestation according to the last miscarriage, when I had a positive ovulation test and when I believe we conceived. So the baby's measuring a week smaller than that. However, they did see a large area. It's possible that the sac that is in there is having a subchorionic hemorrhage, the one that they see that they believe might be viable. So it's kind of unclear. However, my HCG level was 3,624. Maybe viable. I don't know if it is. They don't know if it is. That's Friday now. So I go back in to see my care provider on Monday. I will have a blood draw to reevaluate my HCG levels, assuming I don't start bleeding and cramping really bad this weekend. And then I will also have a repeat ultrasound, which, if you guys know me, I don't really like having ultrasounds. I didn't plan on having any until 20 weeks to check that everything was okay. It makes me really nervous that I've had this early ultrasound, and it was also transvaginal, so that makes me like super nervous. Did it affect the baby at all? So we are going to do a repeat on Monday, see if there is a heartbeat on Monday. They said it was just too early to tell at this point. I just think that's crazy because I know my dates. I know when I got a positive pregnancy test, like, I know it's only a week off and their measurements can be wrong, but I mean, I really thought that by this point that there would probably be a heartbeat of some sort. So maybe I'm just being really pessimistic and trying not to set myself up for disappointment and failure and all the feelings that come along with having a miscarriage, especially since I miscarried in January and then now it's happening possibly again. I don't know. I mean, everything's just up in the air. So now I'm just, these are like all the things I never thought I would ever go through in my whole entire life of being a mother. It's like, why is this happening to me? Why did I have a miscarriage and now this is happening with a subsequent pregnancy? I just don't know. All my blood levels were normal. So other findings were that I have a corpus luteal cyst and a fundal fibroid. So that's interesting. The ultrasound tech, when she was doing the ultrasound, said that the fibroid was far enough away from the bleeding area and the gestational sac that that she didn't seem to think the fibroid would be affecting the pregnancy at all. And then the corpus luteal cyst, a lot of times that kind of helps produce hormones that maintain a pregnancy. I don't know. I need to look more into all of that information because this is not, I mean, these are things that I have heard before, but I don't know a lot about them, and I can definitely do some digging and some more research and figure out more about all of that. Yeah, so I guess this is going to be my first 6 weeks update. And yeah, if you guys are watching this now, it is because I have already announced the pregnancy publicly. I probably will not announce it publicly until I know that it is viable or at least sticking pretty good. But I was planning on doing a really sweet, oh, this is my first 6 weeks or my first 7 week symptoms. This is everything that's going on. But as you can see, I am a total wreck right now. And I'm getting ready to head to the grocery store. And I'm just really uncertain about things. So this is all really new to me. All of these experiences. I've never had a problem before other than having marginal previa with our second. My pregnancies haven't been high risk or at risk for miscarriage, threatened miscarriage, anything like that. So the doctor was really optimistic and saying that it's still too early to tell, you know, you could have your dates wrong. At this point, I'm just trying to detach myself from the whole experience because I know I'm going to be heartbroken and crushed if I miscarry again, and I'm just trying not to go down that road. And I'm going to try to be positive and carry on and hope that I don't start bleeding heavily and cramping this weekend. So I'm sure I'm missing some things, but bear with me while we journey through this experience. They wouldn't let me eat or drink anything in there. I did sneak a drink in that I ended up drinking, and then the nurse came in and caught me drinking seltzer water and then scolded me for it. Oh, what if we have to do an emergency DNC? And I'll wait and see if my body naturally releases it. It turns out they didn't want to do a DNC, thank goodness, but I would have refused one anyhow. My opinion about DNCs is wait it out, give it a few weeks, see if your body can eliminate on its own, watch for fever, watch for signs of infection, that kind of thing. But yeah, other than that, they were really nice in there. The doctor walked in and I was meditating, so that was interesting. He apologized for interrupting me, but I just had to calm myself, and that was my method for doing that. So yeah, if you've stuck with me this long, I appreciate you so much, and thank you for watching, and hopefully my subsequent updates about this pregnancy are more positive, are more better. Hopefully there's no bad news to follow, but I will vlog again next week and let you know what the findings of those tests are. I plan on going in first thing Monday morning and getting blood tested immediately. Hopefully they can give me results by Tuesday sometime, hopefully end of the day Monday, but we'll just have to see. And then I think I'm also going to have the ultrasound. Haven't decided about that yet, but probably worth seeing if there's a heartbeat by then. I don't know. So thank you for watching. Till next time. Okay, so I thought I would give a little update following this journey of baby row number 5. This is my 6th pregnancy. Last one ended in a miscarriage back in January. And I am now 7 weeks, 2 days. And at 7 weeks, 1 day, I had another blood draw. So last week on 6 weeks, 5 days, it was 3,624. And then the sac and fetal pole was measuring 5 weeks, 6 days, and there was no heartbeat. So my concern was that here I was close to 7 weeks and there still wasn't a detectable heartbeat. So in my mind, I'm just kind of preparing myself to miscarry again. I went on 7 weeks 1 day, which was yesterday, Monday, and I had another blood draw and I got my results back today. And in 3 days, my levels did not double. They just went up 1,100 points. So our last draw was 3 days ago, 3,624, and then this draw from yesterday was 4,794. So it's a very slow incline. So I guess it's still possible that this baby will stay with me, but I'm not gonna sit here and give myself false hope. Right now I'm just kind of waiting for things to take their course. Tomorrow I do have an ultrasound scheduled, so we will see tomorrow if baby has a heart rate. If baby has not grown, does not have a heart rate, I can assume the worst and figure out what to do from there. Probably just let my body run its course, and but we'll approach that when we get there. If I need to do any kind of herbal assistance, I would prefer to go that route versus having a DNC. So I don't think I'll need a DNC, but like I said, it's possible that this baby could still be viable. I'm still having symptoms. I'm still exhausted. I'm having a little bit of nausea here and there, not much. I'm doing bone broth, and I'm taking a probiotic specific for pregnancy that is supposed to help decrease nausea. I'm taking a pink stork probiotic. So I don't know if those two things are helping keep the nausea at bay, or if my levels just aren't high enough for me to get nausea. Usually for me it starts at 7 weeks and it's all day, every day, and all night. I've had some insomnia, which is very common for me in pregnancy, even though I take magnesium at night. I'm still experiencing middle of the night insomnia. I guess it's early morning. It's usually like between 2 and 3 in the morning, and it'll last until about 4 or 5. And then I'll fall back asleep for about another hour before the kids in the house wakes up. Sometimes I get out of bed, sometimes I don't. I am also needing to get up out of bed to go pee in the early morning hours. So I do know that my uterus is applying pressure to my bladder at this point, creating that sensation to have to pee frequently. So I don't know. I will update with more information as it comes available. I keep looking down at this sheet from my doctor today. It says at 7 weeks, levels should be between 3,697 and 163,563, and I'm definitely showing on the low end of the human chorionic anatropin HCG levels. I am 4,794, and that is closer to the low end of 3,697. So I am barely above the lowest expected number for HCG for a viable pregnancy. So I just really don't know what to think at this point. I guess it's positive that my levels are going up, even though a tiny bit. I just don't have any answers for anybody or for myself at this point. See how I'm dressed. I have been outside working on building a pig pen. We're getting 2 pigs, 2 piglets. We're going to be raising them for meat. And the toddler just woke up, so I'm gonna have to go and deal with her. She's crying. She's coming out though. And I have to go pick up my big kids from school. So I will update this vlog again tomorrow. If there's not a pregnancy, I will still post this so that this information is out there for other women who may be going through the same thing. So to provide support and encouragement, or just support for anybody that's experiencing a similar situation like mine. Thank you guys for watching. Okay, we are at the ultrasound place. Erin just pulled up and we are gonna check on this babies. See what's going on.
That's right beside us.
Yep, here he comes. So here's the update. Went yesterday, had an ultrasound, and yeah, baby, just a minute, we're gonna go. Baby's heart rate, they did register or see a baby's, maybe I won't do this, 37 beats per minute, which is super low, and it appears that baby did not grow since Friday. And my HCG went from like 3,600 something, it was like 3,624 I think, to 4,700 something. So it only went up like 1,100, whatevers. It didn't double in 68 hours. So this morning I had another HCG blood draw, and we'll see tomorrow if that has gone up significantly or not. I don't know. I guess right now it's just going to take a miracle to save this pregnancy. Everything I read said that a heart rate that low at 7 weeks indicates chromosomal abnormalities. I guess some babies' heart rates aren't detected until much later. Depends on the ultrasound machines. These ones that did my ultrasounds were really sensitive, pretty accurate. So, you know, little hope here. I know Hope is my middle name, but I just don't have much of it.